So Arsenal 3, Mane 1. It ain't easy for you Manchester lot. And you've gone packing your bags back down to Surrey to, to go and chill and lick your wounds. You know how this works, people. Jez is going to give the ratings at the end. We both do the manager rating. If you don't like the ratings, cry. We don't care. We'll be back again for the next game against Everton. But yeah, leave a like on the video. Sub to Jez's channel, Arsenal History and More. Make sure you follow my second channel, Lee Reacts. And let's get into it, man. Aaron Ramsdale.
6. I think he could have done better with that goal from Rashford. I think he's got slack. He was out of position, clearly. If he'd been a yard back from that, he'd have got that. He got one hand on it. If he'd been back, he'd have maybe got 2 hands. I think this is where he needs to step up to the plate. So I'll give him a 6.
Yeah, if he was on his line, yeah, I think you're right. Let's go to Benjamin White playing at right back today. Obviously, we didn't have Thomas Partey available.
Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah. That's a whole different story. Ben White, I thought he played very well. I'll give him a 7.
Let's go other side, Zinchenko.
Zinchenko, yeah, he did all right, but I saw at times he's out on the right flank.
Yeah.
I mean, doesn't that not expose our left flank at the back quite a bit? Because he's not the quickest of players, and yet we got away with it, so I'll give him a 6.
Gabriel Magalhaes.
Great game, played very well, especially when that Hodgland come on. Big fella, quick, stood up to him. They had a little tussle, but you know that's what we expect. I'll give him a 7.
Yeah, I thought he was really good today. I thought he was really decent, especially when he came on. Yeah, let's go Saliba.
Saliba, yeah, I love this guy. He's everywhere. He always reminds me. He plays a bit of a sweeper role at times, which I've got no complaints with that. Yeah, great game, well played, mate. 7.
Let's go into midfield. Declan Rice scored, which was the winner until he's my man of the match as well. He was absolutely class, wasn't he?
Big class. Yeah, I mean, I've heard people saying, "Oh, well, he spent 105 million. He's not that good." Sorry, I disagree with you. I thought he's absolute on the button. I'll give him a 9, and I'll tell you why. I was so impressed with his work rate and the fact that, as I said to you, Lee, on my fan cam, when Jesus scored his goal, he was going to the rest of the players, focus yourselves. Captain material there all day long. Absolutely 9 for me. And the fact you could see how much he loved scoring his first goal for Arsenal. Brilliant. Never thought we'd ever see him again when he went in that North Bank because he was swallowed up like a white shark. Yeah, absolute class, man. Absolute class.
I love him. He keeps things simple. We don't try and overcomplicate stuff, it's not a complicated game. Yeah, and I love the fact that he's just dropped in. It looks like he's been playing here for years and he gets it and he knows he's at a big club and he's embraced it. Let's go to, I want to read this quote out first because the manager has said this about Kai Havertz after the game.
Go on.
I'll tell, and this is the exact quote. Fabrizio Romano has tweeted this out saying, "I said to Havertz, things are hard at the beginning. When I met my wife, at the beginning, it was hard to conquer her. It was hard. I had to try and message her and go. And at the end, she said, yes, we can be together. It's beautiful." Why is he waffling? And what does he see in this player? Because this player is trash.
He's rubbish. I mean, I put it out there, and I said it to you. I said it on live streams. I said, I think there's a player in there. We just got to find him. I take that all back. There's no player in him. He's absolute gobshit. He's bloody awful. How can a professional footballer 4 yards, 5 yards out from the goal not even make contact with the ball? That is panic settings, and that is not the levels of a professional footballer. You know, I could have scored that goal, and I'm 62 years of bloody age, and I was shit at football. But even I'd have slotted that one. But no, sorry, man. Liar Havertz, as I call him, because he's lied. He can't play football. And,
Lie Havertz.
yeah, well, he is. He's a full liar. He can't play football. He's crap. And I'm sorry, mate. You're getting a 4.
I think that's generous. Yeah, that's generous. I'm giving him a 0. Yeah, he is dog shit. Yeah. Anyway, let's move on. Martin Odegaard, somebody who's not dog shit. Martin Odegaard scored a cracking goal when we needed it as well. Literally straight after they scored, got us back in the game. If that had gone on to half time without equalising, it's a different game. So fair play to him. But overall, what did you make of him?
I think he's developing. I honestly do. When we had him on loan, I thought, oh my God, this guy's rubbish. I thought he was decent last season. And for once, he turned up against a bigger team. We know he can turn up against the lowest sides, but Man United, you know, even though they are crap, let's get it right, they are pretty poor, they're still a big team. And he turned up and he showed what he's worth. I'll give him an 8 all day. Great goal. Fantastic.
That's a very good goal.
Martinelli. Great pass from Martinelli.
Yeah. Let's go to Martinelli. What did you make of him? Didn't score. Probably should have scored in the first couple of minutes. Probably should have done better. But what did you make of him today?
I think, yeah, he did all right. I'll tell you, I'm going to give him a 6. And the only reason I'm going to give him a 6, his work rate was great, but his corners were rubbish. Absolute rubbish, his corners today. They were always short or long or going nowhere. And he needs to up that because he was a lot better last season and he's slack. So I'm going to say to you, Gabriel Martinelli, back in training, go and practice your corners, man. Spend a week practicing your corners because they're not great. They're not good. And you're not delivering the ball into that box where we need it to be. No good. So you're 6 today.
Let's go to the other side. Bukayo Saka missed an absolute sitter, which would have put us at 2-1 up. But what did you make of him?
I thought he wasn't very good today, Lee, to be fair. And I don't think he's been good all season, to be honest. He did score that classic goal, and I respect him for that. But no, not at the moment. He seems to be off his peak. So Saka, you get a 5 from me today.
Yeah, I thought he was poor. What about Eddie?
Eddie Nketiah gave it a go. Fair play to him. Work rate was great, but didn't really deliver again. But be fair to the guy. You know, he worked very hard, but not really great. I'll give him a 6.
Let's go to substitutes. Where should we start with the subs? Let's go with Tomiyasu.
Tomiyasu, yeah. I was very impressed by him today. He came on, he was up and down that wing, supporting Martinelli until Martinelli was actually subbed off. And I thought, yeah, great. 7. I thought he's brilliant.
Let's go Fabio Vieira.
Vieira came on, yeah. What I like, I think I agree with what you said earlier. I think he's an off-the-bench impact player. I think that's his best role. I don't think he's a player to start, maybe in cup games, possibly. Not the Champions League, obviously. But I think he's decent. And his work rate, I thought, was great. I'll give him a 6.
Where should we go? Jesus,
class. Absolute class. Don't know why he was out on the right, but that was interesting. Great goal. Well taken. A lot of players would have fluffed that. But
that was class.
Yeah, it was a classy finish and it was a great breakout for our defence. And I'll give him a 7 for that.
Yeah, I thought he was decent. Very decent. We're going to need him, that's for sure.
Right.
Let's go Jorginho.
Yeah, didn't do a lot, be honest, did he really?
Probably not even worth rating him, is it?
Not really. He didn't have enough time, did he?
Same with Reece, I suppose. Yeah, Reece. Well, I don't know. Reece
got a bit longer. And I'll give him a bang average 5 because he did try hard. You can't deny that. He was getting in that box. He was giving it a go. And, yeah, it's a fair play to him. I'll give him a 5.
Yeah, you know how this works, people. If you don't agree with the ratings, cry, because we don't care. And we're going to both rate the manager. We're going to do a 3, 2, 1 countdown. 3, 2, 1.
6.
6.
Oh, there you go.
It was going to be less than a 6 if we didn't win the game, mate. That's for sure.
That is very true.
But his subs did change the game. But he needs to learn from that you can't be relying on your subs to change the game. You should be winning against them anyway, because they are trash. Man United are not very good. So, yeah, fair play. 6. What you got coming up, mate?
Well, tomorrow night, 5 p.m, I'll be on with you and Kenny on the weekly podcast. 5 o'clock in it tomorrow, UK.
Yep.
And then 7 p.m. tomorrow, I am doing a match review. And then Wednesday night is the usual Wednesday podcast thing with Kenny and whatever. And then other stuff's coming up. I'm trying to do stuff nearly every day now. And it's good fun. So, yeah, there we go.
Yeah, man. Yeah, there you go. Arsenal history and more. The link will be in the title. Click on it. Sub to Jez. And, yeah, we're out of here. We beat Man United. Happy days.
Yeah.
We move on.
Great win.
Yeah, very good win. We're out of here, people. Laters.